honored guest. Master Jacob Martinson comes here this day, accompanied by his true love and font of inspiration, Baroness Wilhelmina Bodenheim, and his daughter, Abigail, Jacob's daughter, who gives him all the love and support a daughter could ever give a father. And with the support of his house, who is honored by his mere presence in it. He comes here to answer the question that their Majesty gave him this morning, and hopefully you'll enjoy the answer.
This morning, since you contemplated, find an answer for us. Order and ship. You would hear your answer.
Are there royal peers who would speak for this candidate?
There are. So we ask ourselves, what is the job of a royal peer? That question could take days, hours, months, long periods of discussion and debate. However, there are a few points that I think we could all readily agree upon. The roles of the royal peers in the chivalry often are intertwined. Say, start with justice. There is an expectation to protect the innocent and uphold the laws of the kingdom.
Not material goods or possessions, but time and wisdom and energies.
Courage. A king, a queen, a knight, they all must have courage of heart. They must take on tasks that are difficult, and tedious, and unglamorous, and graciously accept the sacrifices involved.
And nobility. It should convey the importance of upholding one's convictions, one's integrity at all times, and most importantly, when no others are looking. These are qualities and so many more that we have seen in Master Jacob. We have seen him relentlessly serving royalty and his kingdom. We have seen him making things happen and putting out fires, usually unexpected. He knows and he fully understands the expectations of the royal purpose.
Thus, we would state that this man is still our peer.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel who would speak for this candidate?
Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, assembled populace, I'm Angus McBain, and it's a Laurel I will speak for. I had word written. Still wonder. The order's going to bring a tear to everyone's eye. They're not with me. I left them at home. So you're flying off the cuff here, buddy. That's a Laurel. We're here. That's a knight. Because here in Applemark, it's not just about fighting. There's much more to a knight than just simply prowling. We can't go to Target and buy our guard. I can't so. But you can. That's hard. We have members that come to our fight practice that started out in blue plastic armor, which we provided. And they have since developed into a far more serious head. Who's the human person? There's more to art than some beautiful stuff. It involves persons. It involves America. I see all that. And
Is there a master of defense who would speak for this candidate?
There are two. We fought for it. It's thrown. So.
Master Cyrus Augur. Speak first. Years ago, I had the great privilege of getting to write your Master of Defense scroll. In that scroll I wrote, "Learn thou of Jacob's manly fortitude, and scorn those joys that thou shalt never possess." It is this very fortitude that has brought him to where he is today, an inner strength of character that guides his actions to noble course. The soldier is a defender of the weak, who wields courage, perseverance, and willpower in the face of adversity. He sheds his blood so that the kingdom and the common man may be protected from hardships.
The courtier that you see before you has transformed himself. Jacob Martinson has changed his heraldry from that of a marten, weasel, to that of a lion. And I think that represents very much the kind of courtier he has become. He is a fierce defender of his pride. He defends kingdom with gentility. Defends his wife in every aspect of his life. His children, his students. That is the courtier that a knight should be. He's a scholar. He's not a man who is afraid of being told when he is wrong. He's also not a man who's afraid to tell anyone else he's wrong either. He does it in a way that makes you say, thank you. You're right. Work on it. He's not a man who's afraid to learn from other people. He's not a man who is afraid to learn from his own mistakes. The wise man learns from other people first. He watches videos. He does homework watching. There is a humility in this scholar that we should all emulate. So as masters of defense, the soldier, the courtier, the scholar, your majesties, this man is our fear.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican who would speak for this candidate?
I am Master Robert O'Connor, Your Majesty's Highnesses, noble populace, and I would speak for this man. I have known him for many years, and there's been many times he has told me he does not do service. But we have all seen the service he has done to the kingdom, on the rapier field, in helping in royal encampments, and to his family. I'm going to speak of some of the things you have not seen. Pentic 50, we're setting up the encampment. A few people left, it's the end of the day. Who is sitting next to me? The guy who doesn't do service. St. Pentic 50, we're at the end. We're tearing everything down. It's late on a Saturday. Who is the guy there who doesn't do service? I can tell you the number of times he's been there in camp, helping his family, his household, and tells me, I don't do service. Well, here's the buddy, that's service. He's done so many things you have not seen. So many bits of service you have not seen. And that's what I'm here to tell you about, those times. All those little times. He says he doesn't do service. Well, you do service. And I am here to testify that you indeed do service, and you are.
Is there a member of the Order of Chivalry who would speak for this candidate?
My royal sovereign, heirs to the throne, peers, noble populace, I'm Malcolm, Knight of the Societies. Now speak for the Order of Chivalry. A knight is a symbol. It is a symbol that every one of us has known almost all of our lives. It is a symbol of a warrior, a champion, a hero. But a knight is far more than that. And that symbol is women and men doing things to be there, to be that champion, to be that hero, to be that support. For women and men to do this, they must sacrifice. They must give of themselves. They must be present. You've heard my fellow peers. All of them have spoken of all of these aspects, where Jacob has taken all of those things, bound them together. As a knight, as a scholar, I've had the opportunity to test this gentleman over years on our shared fields. He has come at that pursuit with that humility, with that dedication, and that drive that makes a knight a knight. My sovereigns, Jacob Marcinson is a knight.
Having heard these words, are you minded to continue? Her Majesty will be attended by their most noble order of the chivalry. Is there a belt to mark this man's new station?
There is. This belt was given to me. It holds my Grace's arms. These are also women's belts. My arms, it's in yours.
Is there another belt to adorn this man?
There is. In fact, there are two more.
I was going to say there's a more different belt again. Get it all at once.
One of these belts Jacob crafted himself. Between the project between he and his lady. And that's hers for keeping. And also a belt that I crafted as a gift to my brother.
Is there an ancestral chain to adorn this man's neck?
There is. This chain represents the unbroken service and duty of every knight that came before you. You should hear the names. Cygnus the Blissful, Michael Northwood, Dave Ferris, Sextus Flavius Callidius, Guido Martini, Gawain David Gardenson, James Ahern, Mathis Cameron, Sean Cameron, Orlando Alvarez, Reinhard von Berchtesgaden, Otto of Westphalia, Christopher Rollins, Malcolm Duncan McEwen, Maynard von Demenstein, Erwin the Boring, Caden Chapagon Garrett Ecken, Henri Artois, Murdoch Bain, Isabel Horsel, Margariti Shui No Cordono, Alonzio of the Peacemakers, Tristan Sexual, Redwin Neptune, Angus McBain, Wolfston Tuscarl, Haley Shurigod, Duncan Helstern, Eller of the Mists, Magnus Kindle, Rothgar Iverson, Thorburn Skullsplitter, Olaf Barbar Tharson, Robin Wallace, Stephen Wolfkelson, Thomas Byron of Haverford, Gabriel Hawks, Gareth Kincaid, Havoc the Wild, Vladimir Mechnik, Ariella of Flumberg, Tiberius Benaris Varro, Andreas Morgan, Carl McLave, Arnthor and Starkey, Ewan Bornhelm, Vladislav Nikolic, Ian Kenevin, Killa Deifos, Marek Malkaldrago, Ruslan Egovich Maranov, Morgan of Rye, Beatrix Krieger, Ulrich von Schwartzberg, Horsal Solanaga, Dominic Moreland, Madison Marai, Hagar the Blushing, Finch Marlon O'Shawn, Oliver Sutton, Sid Io, Arden Scott, Wars of Ruin, Kiernok Chickenhill, Buffington, Lotharius Quick Sigimundus, Guillaume Lenore, Reese of Miles End, Gwydion of Arden, Zanzimir Zlatovichkov, Lothar Kugelman, Angus the Bull, Bjarki Rickardson, Virgos the Tiny, and myself, Tiberius Hostilius Mounts.
Is there a household chain for this man's neck?
There is.
Are there dangerous spurs for this man's heels?
These spurs have a lineage. It goes back to the early days of the society. These spurs were first worn by James Greyhound. Passed down through the years, worn by the likes of Duke Uther, Duke Elphin, Duke Titus, who eventually gave them to me. And as Titus was Jacob's knight, I feel it only fitting that they go to him.
there a sword with which this man can defend our home and kingdom?
There is. The sword, proper full knife. The scabbard is crafted by Alex of Air.
Finally, is there a cloak to ward the winter snows from this man's shoulders?
There is a cloak. Apparently, the universe is always deciding it. We know what the weather report to be today.
Now that this man is properly accoutred, would you hear his oath?
Stand. Let this be the last blow you receive unanswered.
For Sir Daniel Washington, who is the son of the society,